Another wahala don't start like this. So now a few days ago, there was this proposal to establish Sharia law, or should I say Sharia court, in Yorubaland. But as the news land, I was just hearing, I no gree, I no gree, I no gree. And you fully know that most I no gree always ends in tearing clothes. That is 2 seconds, bae, Yoruba youth fall out. Say, wetin be that? Say, media no try am. I was like, 2 seconds. Pan Yoruba coalition group fall out. Say they hear. Say, media no bring them come here because in Yorubaland there are mixed religions and there are no religious courts in the land, and they are not planning to establish one. In fact, with this, that they are perceiving subtle plan to destabilize Yorubaland. I was like, sure. But it never finished. In fact, as I was still trying to digest the information, that is 2 seconds, bae, this tweet fall out from Omotayo, where he said that he predicted the spread of Sharia law in Southwest, and from there it will continue to spread to South, to Edo State. Immediately you know what is happening. Mama P fall out, say for waiting. Make them not try am here. Say, oh, okay, because they allow them did what they did during the election time, because Obaseki is not worth rooting for. Now they think they can bring Sharia. Say make them try. In fact, listen to Mama P first.
As I see this tweet just now, y'all be like say belle purge me. I say my quick respond before I forget. I don't know who this video will get to, or to whomever it may concern, whether presidency or whether government or whether House of Rep or whether the northern caucus and leaders. So no this and no peace. Sharia law will not exist in Edo State. I no carry water for Mate talking. She don't understand. If you dey conceive the thoughts, you know you where they try spread them across the nation. If you dey conceive the thoughts, you reach Edo State. I don't know about other South states. Edo State. If you don't reach, you're dead down. Make the thoughts you're dead for your head. Do you understand? Not before quarrel. I'm not threatening. But if you choose to take it as a threat, it's okay. I don't argue. And you know what you hear. It has gone to Oshun, it has gone to Ogun, it has gone to Ekiti. They say it might come to Edo State. Dead it. I'm not speaking as a Nigerian. I'm speaking as a proud Benin woman. Una no fit. On behalf of all the youth, we are saying that we will resist you vehemently. See, don't see resistance. We will, you know, say election, we have a look now because we know the person whether that we know, you know, it's not, Obaseki is not worth fighting for. Bring Sharia. You see all the anger where they are, just triumph. I don't want to shout. I don't no need to swear. We don't need to the cost. You know, do test strong. The people will be one install one and we I will say something. Go ask them. They go beg for palace. You know how fit. I'm doing this video to whomever it may concern. Normally they say fight to person fight. You know they call God put for help. When you come to Edo State with that so-called Sharia, we will so resist you. The states where you don't even establish, they will start resisting you. Now they craze a Sharia kini law where they cut hand, cut leg, ban alcohol, cut. Get out! Keep your Sharia in the north.
You get the point. Now, it never finished. On the other side, I was still hearing people that the Sultan of Sokoto has written extensively explaining why Sharia law is needed in Southwest. I was like, In fact, listen to Mayogu analysis. But as you are listening, be clicking on that share button and also subscribe in case if you have never done so for more update. And after that, I'll be back. Let's go there.
This issue of Sharia seems to be something very personal to some of these guys from northern Nigeria. And I don't see meme. You don't see meme? I have seen meme. I have seen a level of kind of disagreement, including insults upon insults between the Muslim Ronukus as well as the traditional Ronukus. The Yorubas, they are Yorubas, okay? The Ronukus are Yorubas, kind of like majority of them. So the Sultan of Sokoto has released a statement because in Nigeria, the Sultan of Sokoto is believed to be the leader of all Muslims in Nigeria by the settings, by the arrangement. So, and because they are the ones who kind of wrote the Nigeria Constitution, they ensured that for more than 40 times, Sharia was mentioned in Nigeria 1999 Constitution as amended now. All right? To the point that Nigeria is a country where they have two laws, one for the North and one for the rest of us in Nigeria. So the idea of pushing for Sharia in criminal and penal code of Yorubaland has been resisted. So in the last few weeks, they sponsored some Islamic fanatics in Yorubaland to begin to push the idea that Sharia must be established in Yorubaland, apart from the normal, customary and conventional courts for everybody. According to the proponent of this Sharia, what have you, in Oyo State, they wanted to start what they call the Sharia courts. And in Lagos State, they want a Sharia court. Across Yorubaland, they want Sharia court. But they have met a serious resistance from the majority of Yorubas, including Yoruba Muslims, who are saying that in Yorubaland, the Muslims, the Christians, and the other religions, they are coexisting under the current existing penal code as well as the criminal code of Nigeria. There is no religious court in any part of Yorubaland, not like the northern Nigeria, where they have Islamic courts called Sharia courts. They also have Islamic police called Isba police, in northern Nigeria. And, from the experience, a lot of us from the southern part of Nigeria have become, especially the southwest, we have seen the damages, of using the political Sharia in Nigeria, where the criminal politicians from northern part of Nigeria are allowed to loot. They are allowed to commit all kinds of crimes, including drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and what have you. But the poor people have become the victims. They have been those, their Sharia law has been somehow like forced on. We have seen them sentence people to death. They have sentenced their people to have their hands chopped off. They have sentenced people to public lashing. We have seen them threaten people. We have also seen their mob, in the name of Allah, burn somebody to death, beheaded the other, or stone somebody to death in the name of blasphemy. So all this kind of thing today, they have made us, especially in Yorubaland, to say no. And saying no is not because the Yorubas are not acceptance or they are intolerance of Islam. No. So this is what they have been pushing. So their Sultan of Sokoto released this statement. Let me read it in parts. Okay? They call it leave and let live, according to the Sultan of Sokoto. So in part, he said, give me a second. The Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, under the leadership of its President General and the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Mohammed Sahad Abubakar, CFR, is particularly disturbed about the high spate of intolerance and disregard for the rights of Muslims. You did hear him? He said, especially in the southern part of the country, the most recent of this is the development emanating from Ekiti State, where the effort of the Muslim community to set up an independent Sharia arbitration panel was met with unwarranted resistance and objections from both political and traditional quarters. This is coming barely a few weeks after the announcement on the inauguration of a Sharia panel in Oyo State, generated unnecessary anxiety, thereby leading to its indefinite postponement. The independent arbitration panel, which is a voluntary platform designed solely for the resolution of civil and marital disputes among consenting Muslims, was to fill the inexplicable vacuum created by the failure of the political elite in southwestern Nigeria to establish Sharia courts, as allowed by the Nigerian Constitution in southwestern states, despite the huge population of Muslims in the region. This is the Sultan of Sokoto inciting Islamic Wahala in Yorubaland. Are you following? This and other cases, such as the denial of the right of female students to wear the hijab, despite a Supreme Court judgment, are nothing but calculated attempts to prevent Muslims in the region from practicing their faith. Are you hearing that now? People are saying that no to Sharia. The Sultan of Sokoto said it is to prevent the Muslims in the region from practicing their faith. Sultan of Sokoto is inciting Islamic war in Yorubaland. You follow? said, meanwhile, arbitration and the Sharia Court of Appeal, just like the customary Court of Appeal, which all of them are provided for in the 1999 Constitution as amended of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, see Section 275, confirming the legality of both initiatives. The NSCIA strongly supports the establishment of independent Sharia arbitration panel in Ekiti and Oyo, Ogun, this Sultan of Sokoto, for the purpose so intended, especially where the Muslims in the states have been denied their constitutional right to a Sharia court of appeal in all the states of the southwestern Nigeria. The council cannot find any legal jurisdiction for the unnecessary alarm and unwarranted resistance. All the states in the north have Sharia courts, and some, in addition, have customary courts. The council calls on the governors and traditional authorities in the southern part of the country, particularly the southwest, to ensure that the constitutional rights of Muslims in their respective domains are preserved and protected. While others are allowed to live, Muslims should also be let live. You see now, this is what the Ronukus have been reacting to. Say now, Ogungo is Sultan of Sokoto. Alaye Sultan of Sokoto, what do you mean that the Muslims are not being allowed to practice their religion? Shebi Sharia is for Muslim, abi? Customary court, did they tell you that customary court is a Christian court? Abi na Babalawo court. It is the local traditional court where the disputes about marriage, about land and what have you are settled, right? Do you see the problem now? Yorubas were not invited to the drafting of 1999 Constitution. Igbos were never invited. Southern Nigeria, Northern Nigeria were never invited. Fulanis selected the people that would write them in their midst of their elite to set up a constitution, and they forced it on the rest of us in 1999. Since then, it has been cut and join, cut and paste constitution, but most plastered, edited, fake constitution in the history of Nigeria since 1999. Oh, the Yorubas did not vote for 1999 constitution. The Igbos did not vote for 1999 constitution. Those who put Sharia inside it, what they are practically saying is that according to the law of Nigeria, normal, you get, there must be Sharia court in the east. There must be Sharia court in the middle belt. There must be Sharia court all over Nigeria. Anywhere you see Muslim, there must be Sharia court for them. They cannot use the same court as others because they are Muslims. They have their own set rules, set laws, and therefore they must be allowed because under their freedom of religion. There is nothing that says that they have to set up the Babalawo's court. There is nothing in that constitution that says that they must set up a Christian court. But there is something there that says that they must set up Sharia courts as well as customary courts in Nigeria. Now, those who drafted that nonsense constitution, right? They practically have they had the northern Nigeria in mind because they know that they will ask for Sharia because they claim to be Muslims, Islamic in the north. The southern part of Nigeria is expected to have customary courts. Here you get now. But what the Sultan of Sokoto is saying is that according to your constitution, that Sharia court they didn't say specifically that it must be for the north. It says there must be Sharia court across Nigeria. That is where the Ronukus have now started saying, what do you call yourself, Mr. Sultan of Sokoto? The Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs. Benny, your Islamic affair or no Islamic affair, or whether you are the leader of, this one, they gave you the title of the leader of all Muslims in Nigeria. Baba, if I say, you the Madu, you are the leader of the Muslims in northern Nigeria, Okoja, what do you call that place? Sokoto, Katsina, northern Kaduna, part of Adamawa, part of Borno, then come back to part of Niger. Alaye, your Sultan or Sultan of Sokoto for Muslim, Munko, you know reach Yorubaland. Respect yourself. Respect yourself. But guess what? The Ronukus of southern Nigeria, who are Kasimu of Yorubaland, they are now telling anybody who cares, everyone that cares to listen, that the Sultan of Sokoto is their leader. Let me tell you something. For all of us Muslims, Sultan of Sokoto is our leader. If he says that whatever he says, we obey. So since yesterday, Baba, it has been the fight between them. Again, if you have been active online, you probably would have seen a few of them. Every left, right, and center. If this one is not saying Abogun won't kill Sultan of Sokoto, Abaye Satan Veba Jenny. If they burn your Satan, well, being come down to Yorubaland, you see that bed sheet with the head, that bed sheet they go wrap them, they could take wrap them. But I tell you, my Yuri Satan from left to right, on wrap that bed sheet on his head. Sure you get, ni da Satan you go more. I was like, sure, ni suru. Sure you get, everybody shall calm down. Yoruba says we don't want Sharia. Muslims of Yorubaland, those ones who are not the Omoales, those ones who believe that their own culture and tradition is inferior to their religion. Those ones who are not trying to put one above the other, those who have been coexisting for centuries. Is it up to centuries now? 100 years is century, Abi. 200 years. And now, Muslims and Christians and the other, religions in Yorubaland have been coexisting. So we don't need Sharia in order to be able to live or practice our religion, or anybody practicing their religion in southern Nigeria. Is it by force? Sultan of Jogo, is it by force? These are the reactions of people that I have seen. And indeed, I endorse the message.
Get the point. Now, what do you think? Do you think that this Sharia law is going to be an issue in this country? And again, do you think that it's going to keep spreading, just like Omotayo predicted in his tweet? In fact, share your thought with me on the comment section. And of course, you know the vibe now. Click on that subscribe button, follow, and share for more updates. Because like this,